And now at 6:30, we begin with some breaking news from Mattapan. That's where a woman is dead and Blue Hill Avenue has been shut down for much of the afternoon. Boston police tell us she was hit by a man driving a stolen car. We're told that suspect was first involved in an accident near the corner of Woodhaven, only to jump from that car and then carjack another vehicle. Police say he plowed into the victim as she walked near Fairway Street. The suspect in this case is in custody. They say he also hit several other vehicles as he drove south on Blue Hill Avenue in that stolen car, including a T-bus. At this point, we don't have names, but are working to get more information.
Tranquilo, brother, calm down, hold down. Joe. Come on, calm down. Go. Hey, Joe, calm down. Joe. Ay, el diablo, pero ¿qué pasó?
Mira, pues se te dieron diablo.
Joe, bro.
What is it?
He said they wanna kill me. I don't know. He's crazy, bro. Diablo, llamen a la policía, bro. Se robaron un carro, brother.
Diablo, loco.
Diablo, yo lo tengo grabado.
Coño, tú. Loco,
El dueño.
Aquí no me mandan la camioneta para el suelo, coño. No podían quitar la llave al carro. Coño, vamos de aquí, loco. No me matar ese tigre ahí mismo.
Mierda.
What the fuck, man?
Holy shit, what's going on here? Brother.
Not great.
Holy shit.
Is he one of the drivers? Yes. I'm not involved.
Truthfully, it's been a bad incident.
Tranquilo.
Ale, what's up, man? Come here, bro. Nah, everybody get out of here now. He about to get crazy.
This is the book of Matthew 24:12 in the NLT. Sin will be rampant everywhere, and the love of many will grow cold. But the one who endures to the end will be saved. And these are indeed the times that we are entering into, and how much how much worse is it going to be when people don't have food, water, shelter, any type of comfort, in this world anymore. How much more wild are they going to be? First and foremost, before I get started, I want to thank Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi for putting the spirit on me to do this lesson. And I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Kadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of GMS who teach and rule well, who taught me this truth. Salutations, you brothers and sisters that are out there listening, learning, fight this good fight of faith. And salutations to my fellow brethren that are pushing this word in all truth and sincerity. To you all, I want to say shalom. And hope and pray, as always, this lesson be edifying to the elect. So, as you brothers seen in the opening clips, there was a person yet to be identified. I couldn't really tell Jake or not, that stole the car, but it was at a car wash, and I'll read the article in a second. But the car wash is on Blue Hill Ave, and if you're from Boston, you know where it's at. And from what in the video, the IG videos, he basically, it was like watching Grand Theft Auto, GTA. Everybody's all excited about GTA 6. Well, that shit's gonna be going on clearly in real time in the very near future, man. People are gonna continue to crash out, and start wilding, because they're going to be, that, like the saying in the world, you don't have people who have nothing to lose, they lose it. Matter of fact, let's look that up. Let's look that up. In chat. Sorry, 1 second. Here we go. I asked Google, what does the term "when people have nothing to lose it" mean? But they got what I was saying. It says, this saying describes the phenomenon of hitting rock bottom, or a psychological tipping point where once someone is completely stripped of their possessions, reputation, or hope, they abandon all inhibitions, rules, and self-restraint, acting with extreme or unpredictable desperation, right? And what is the scriptures, right? 2nd Ezra 15 is coming to mind. Let's get that. 2nd Ezra 15 and 16. Let's start at 15. 2nd Ezra 15 and 15. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power, man. So once these things start to really pop off, man, people are gonna go ape. They're gonna go ape shit, Let's get this definition for cold. We bring it out all the time, but for any new listeners that are out there, the Greek word for cold.
Strong's G 5594. Psucho.
Right. So when you look at the word Psycho, is psycho, man. Psycho. What's the definition for psycho? Let's look that up real quick. Psycho means, the word psycho is a colloquy. I think that's a colloquy. Let's get that Slovakia. See how we say it.
Colloquial.
Colloquial. Which means words, phrases, or language styles that are informal and used in ordinary familiar conversation, right? So it says slang term used to describe someone who is perceived as crazy, highly unstable, or dangerous, right? So the love of many shall be dangerous, man. Let's get it. Let's read it again, Salakia. Matthew 24 and 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Psycho, right? Their love is going to be waning. as the scriptures say. And it means to breathe, blow, cool by blowing, to be made or grow cool or cold, metaphorically of waning love, man. So as the scriptures say, how's it go? Let's see, Slovakia. You know, second Ezra's lack of bread. There we go. Second Ezra 15 and 19. Oh yeah, all I had to do was keep going down. Slovakia. So let's go 17th verse, 2nd Ezra 15 and 17. And man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride the city shall be the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Right? So when you look at what happened in those clips, you know, in this incident here in Boston, you know, the people were troubled. The city was troubled. Right? And that's one incident in the society where everything is still put together somewhat, right? And it says, and men shall be afraid, right? When you read the book of Jeremiah, the 30th chapter, Daniel 12 and 1, right? A time such as never been since there was a nation. And this is the point. 19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, right? That's cold. When you don't have no pity upon your neighbor at all, no matter what they're going through, you don't give a shit what they got going on. That's the times that this society is coming into, man. But shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil, meaning to take their goods, because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation, man. So this is the time that we're coming into, man. The Lord said he's going to visit the land of unwalled villages, man, where people dwelleth without care, man. I think about this all the time, this particular scripture, when I walk around, especially when I'm around these damn Edomites, you know, and these women, you know, but people, period, man. Ezekiel 38 and 11. And thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages. I will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely, all of them dwelling without walls and having neither bars nor gates. And that's Babylon, man. That's Babylon all day. People that they just dwell and they ain't worried about a damn thing. But the Lord got something special for their asses, man. So let's read some of this and then I'll wrap it up. I gotta get ready to go to camp, do the work of the Lord, you know, that I look forward to all week. So this is from CBS News. This was published yesterday, on June 20th, 2026. And it reads, a woman was struck and deleted by a stolen car in Boston's Mattapan neighborhood on Saturday, according to police. It happened around 2 p.m. near the 1600 block of Blue Hill Ave. Boston police said that their initial investigation showed that the suspect, a man, had crashed his car near Woodhaven and Blue Hill Ave. He then exited his car and carjacked another vehicle before heading south on the road. The woman who was walking at the time was hit by Fairway Street and Blue Hill Ave and died on the scene. The victim has not been identified. Police said that they will wait to release her information pending an autopsy and her family being informed. The suspect also struck several other cars and an MBTA bus. According to police, there is no information on if any of the other drivers or passengers on the bus were injured from crashes. The driver of the stolen car was arrested. His identity and charges have not been released. Blue Hill Ave from Woodhaven to Mattapan Square will be shut down to traffic. It is unclear when it will open, and they're investigating. So, man, So it's gonna, you know, and this, like I said, this, you know, maybe the dude was high on drugs. I don't know. He looked, you know, off anyway. But imagine a world where, you know, a whole country, because, you know, we can't forget that all this evil. Look at that, universal basic income. You know, this is where it's all headed towards, man. Because people are beginning to lose it, man. What's that? 20? 22. This is 2nd Ezra 6 and 22. And it reads, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, right? So we always go into this. Sown places means society together. You know, the fabric of society is still woven together. But it says, suddenly shall those places appear unsown, right? So in that video, I'm not going to go to it because IGB on some dumb shit. But in that video, at the first video, I mean, you know, the clip from IG, you know, he, everything was pretty much, you know, regular. Society was just going along as it, you know, normally does, and people were just going to get their, Jake was just over there getting their car washed and everything on Blue Hill Ave. And then suddenly, you know, this dude comes out of nowhere on some psychotic shit and on some GTA shit, and opens the door, pulls this woman out, throws her out, jumps in the car, drives off, and just steals her fucking car. And then he goes and gets into an accident, and then jumps out and carjacks another car. And at some point he hit and deleted a woman in the process. And then the last video was he crashed into the MBTA bus, and then a bunch of jakes came out and you know, beat his ass, you know, and you know, then he got arrested, you know. So imagine seeing that on a large scale, man. You're gonna need Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi to deliver us out of all these troubles, man. And it's a spirit, because I just did a lesson this morning on, you know, basically deliverance. But I'm gonna grab this and then I'll wrap it up. Psalms 34. Beautiful chapter. All the Psalms are beautiful. Let me just go straight to the point. Psalms 34 and 6. This poor man cried, and the Lord heard him and saved him out of all his troubles. The angel of the Lord encampeth round about them that feareth him, and delivereth them. O taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the man that trusteth in him. You know, and it's like I said, this is a beautiful chapter, man. You know, let me get this 17th verse. The righteous cry, and the Lord heareth, and delivereth them out of all their troubles, man. You know, so this is the spirit that you got to be in, trusting in the Lord, seeking the Lord while he may be found, because many great evils are coming, man. You know, many great, and this is one incident in a society that's still put together. So imagine when it's all completely unsown. I don't even think I even finished that scripture. Salakia. Let me go back. 2nd Ezra 6 and 22. Salaki. 2nd Ezra 6 and 22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. Right? Unsown means chaos. You have a garment that's sewn, you rip it all apart and to shred it. Now it's chaos. It's pieces all over the place. It doesn't make sense anymore. Right? You can't even tell if it's a shirt, pants. You know, we don't know what the hell it is, right? That's how this society is going to crumble. And it says, the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. So when people haven't eaten in a couple of days, their children haven't eaten, you know, the men, their wives are, you know, bitching and moaning at them and telling them to do something and figure it out and everything, and you know, this man's losing his fucking mind, or these men are losing their minds, they're going to go out there and they're going to spoil other people's goods. As the scriptures say, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. So we're gonna have to have a high level of faith in these times that are to come, man, because it's about to get ugly, really ugly out here. But Yahawashi will take care of their elect, man. And you have to believe that fully. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I just want to report on that. The days, matter of fact, let's end off on that. I know it's Ephesians, but I forget where it's at. Days are evil. Ephesians 5:16, redeeming the time because the days are evil. Matter of fact, let me go to 15. Ephesians 5:15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, right? Looking around, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil, man. So I hope and pray this lesson was edifying to the elect. In closing, I want to thank Yahawashi once again for putting the spirit on me to do this lesson. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham Rakakadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of GMS who teach and rule well, who taught me his truth. Salutation, you brothers and sisters that are out there listening and learning, fighting this good fight of faith. Keep fighting, keep striving, keep pushing. We're almost out of this bitch. And salutation to my fellow brethren that are pushing his word in all truth and sincerity. To you all, I want to say shalom, abba, babal, and kwam yasharallah. Hey, shalom. To the next one.